Let's take a field trip. Right now you're probably wondering, where are we going? We're going down the street to a place you've passed 1,000 times, but never really knew of its importance.
Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future.
Let's take it back to 79.
Hi class, I'm just down the street from Lesley, here at Harvard Square. I still can't get into Harvard. However, I am able to sit next to this nice big monument.
Alright, I know what you guys are thinking. Another big monument, who cares? Well, let's give this one a chance. Let's read it and take a look. This is the site of the 4th Meeting House. This indicates that the meeting house used to be here. Let's keep reading. The Constitutional Convention of Massachusetts held here in 1779. I can hear some of you saying, so? Why is that important? Well, let me tell you. Let's go visit our friends, the Addams family. No, not that Addams family. This Addams family. In 1779, John Adams returned home from a year-long stint in France where he was acting on behalf of the Continental Congress and negotiating peace with England. This return trip home came at a very good time for the newly independent state of Massachusetts. During the movie, I would like you to take notes, record places, names, relationships, and interests of the characters.
How long has it been since you last heard from him?
It seems like months. I don't know how much longer I can carry on without him. Why did he only send me 2 letters in 18 months when I wrote him dozens?
Ow! Ow!
Henri Lefebvre, that serves you right. Mrs. Adams, look!
Abigail!
John!
Father! Father!
Oh, my boys. Look at my boys.
Oh, my dear John Quincy.
John Adams.
Honestly, how could he have let his clothes get into this state and present himself to the court at Versailles?
Abigail! Massachusetts! Holding a convention! Drafting a new constitution!
Slow down, John.
It's exactly what I envisioned. Nothing like this has ever been done before. The citizens themselves will actually have the chance to vote on it.
As they should, but what does that have to do with us?
The good people of Braintree have asked me to be a delegate.
But you've barely been home a week.
The convention's close by. The convention's close by. It's close by. Close by. Close by. And
In this scene, Adams is referring to this spot, where the delegates will meet. The 4th Meeting House was where the Constitutional Convention met to decide the fate of the government in Massachusetts.
the convention's close by, and I'll be only one of 250 delegates.
If your country needs you, I suppose you'll need this.
Well, you'd think she'd be happy.
Was that you I saw flying a kite today, John Quincy?
I was merely interested in the physics of it.
Abigail, children, I have good news to share. The convention was a shambles until I arrived. Then the delegates formed a committee of 30 men to draft the Constitution. That committee, in turn, chose a subcommittee of 3 men who, naturally, picked me.
John Adams, Sam Adams, and James Bowdoin were 3 delegates selected to work on the Constitution of Massachusetts. What types of government would govern its citizens? What do you think they thought about when discussing these topics?
The committee, in turn, chose a subcommittee of 3 men who, naturally, picked me.
That's splendid, John. Might we talk outside for a moment?
It's nothing, just continue eating. I thought you'd be pleased at the honor.
I am, John, as I've always been pleased at the work you've done for the revolution, but how much longer will this go on? You left me for 18 months. Now that I've gotten you back, I don't want to lose you again.
I'll work here at home.
Shut away in your office. I understand, John, I really do, but what about the children? Little Thomas barely knows you.
Look at me. How could John Adams, leader of the American Revolution, turn down the chance to write a document that may very well serve as a model for a new nation?
What about John Adams' father and husband? When do I get that John Adams back?
The people have always some
Champion.
merci, champion, whom they set over them and nurse into greatness. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. Should I keep going?
That's quite enough for one day. Now it's my turn.
What would you like to do first? Climb a tree or catch a toad?
Catching a toad would be quite a dirty business. Let's do that.
John, will you walk with me?
I've written about the form of government and its guarantees.
Let's stop right there. Now, John Adams put into his constitution a form of government. Let's explore what type of government that is.
I've written about the form of government and its guarantees.
When the Constitutional Convention met in 1779 for the last time, what do you think they decided upon as a type of government to govern the citizens of Massachusetts? In the 1780 Constitution of Massachusetts, John Adams was sure to put a three-branch government that consists of the executive branch, the judiciary, and the legislative, making up the House of Representatives and the Senate.
I've written about the form of government and its guarantees, freedom of speech, freedom of the press, and so on, yet something is still missing.
If I may,
You know how much I value your thoughts.
perhaps you need to include a section that captures not just the form of government, but its hopes and dreams for our people as well.
Yes! Yes! But what are those hopes and dreams?
Let early education be a source of amusement. You will then be better able to find out the natural bent.
I quite agree. Don't you, King George?
Of course. It shall be the duty of this Commonwealth to cherish the interests of education, of literature and the sciences, of public schools and grammar schools in the towns, to encourage the arts, to promote the principles of humanity and general benevolence, public and private charity, honesty and sincerity, good humor and generous sentiments among the people.